And we are back, man. Another beautiful day at the Waterboyz Show, man. Talking about something that my partner didn't do. Hey,
man.
That's how we starting it off. That's how we starting off. Hit dog, we'll holler. Hey, cause look, I didn't say who the partner was.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I didn't say who the partner was.
Got me right before the show started, man. You good?
Hey, man.
Hey, man, go ahead.
It's all good, man. I've been hearing that my whole life, man. You know what I'm saying? I am pretty good. Hey, man, but welcome out to another episode of the Waterboyz Show. Before we get started, like we always do, we talk about that digital currency. Thank y'all for showing up. That's giving us a like, a share, a subscription. Tell a friend to tell 10 more friends. And after that, tell them to tell 10 more. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you are getting this good content from, please leave us a rating or review. What that does is it helps us rise in the algorithm and it helps more people find our show. It 100% works. Plus, we pay attention to the comments, the good comments, and the ones who have a whole lot of negative stuff to say. We love it, though. We love it, though. We love that people say, hey, I don't agree with you. It's good because I don't agree with your ass either. But anyway, man, make sure you show us some love. Make sure you give us that digital currency. We appreciate you, and we love every single person that gives us the support that we need to continue to grow. Thank you. And after that, you see this shirt that I'm rocking? Those who are watching, these blood pressure birds are stressing me out. Yeah, man, that's the Waterboyz Show merch. You can get that blood pressure birds merch over at 285clothing.com. Aaron not showing you right there. There you go. There go Be Rich with the Waterboyz Show hoodie on. Oh, Lord. Ain't no telling what you done, Aaron. But anyway, man, make sure y'all go to 285clothing.com. That's 285clothing.com. And you can shop all things our merch in conjunction with Atlanta culture. We got a lot of real dope stuff. And we also have the Shut Up or Move T-shirts and hoodies, man, for all those people that move to Atlanta but have a lot of negative stuff to say. You can either shut up and love it or you can move. Either way. So, look, man, let's get right into it, man. How you doing today, my brother? What's going on?
Man, I am doing pretty good, man. Trying to get all this stuff set up over here. We are now live everywhere. I had forgot to go live on Instagram. We are live right now. So, hey, last night, man, I got a chance to go with my partner, man. We went out to the establishment, man, and watched the Knicks versus the Spurs game, man.
Who you playing? You went out with Doug?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Why you just didn't say Doug?
I mean, you know, I don't know if he wants his business put out there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be couth.
You trying to be couth?
Cool and couth. I don't know what that means.
All right.
All right. I just be saying
What's
stuff.
the name of your school again?
It's called Playboy Trade University.
We know Albany State is one.
It's called Playboy Trade University.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I attended it in 2007, man.
Okay.
On the east side.
Okay. Well, you good.
Over there, yeah.
Go ahead. So you went out to watch the game.
Yeah, went out to watch the game, man. I was pulling for the Spurs because, you know, I don't like the Knicks. I don't really care who wins, but I don't want the Knicks to win because I don't want to hear the fans for the next, 20 years talking about this.
At least the Knicks team.
Yeah, so watching the game, pulling for the Spurs, watching Wemby, really getting a chance to watch their team. Man, the Knicks, man, like we said, got that magic. They got that magic following their team, man. It's something going on with the New York Knicks, man. And Jalen Brunson, man, I have to give it up, man. Like, I never have given him his credit. That man is the man up there in New York. Now, I still think if Trey was there, man, you know, Trey would be better than Jalen. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if he's going to get the chip. But I think if you put Trey on that team, if you put Trey Young on that team with the Knicks,
be as good.
He would be better.
They wouldn't be as good.
I think so.
They wouldn't be as good.
All right, but let's go.
I'd have to agree with you.
Oh, what?
They wouldn't be as good. They wouldn't be as good because they different types of leaders.
It would look different. It definitely would look
They wouldn't be as good, and I'm about to tell you why. You have one that's a leader, that's a vocal leader that you see as a leader, and you have one whose leadership has been questioned his entire time with the Atlanta Hawks. His leadership was questioned. That's just the truth. I'm not saying this about him. I'm just saying what was out there. Now, I don't know what went on with him and his teammates, but no one ever came out and said Trae Young is the leader. It's unquestioned that Jalen Brunson is the leader of the Knicks. That's number one. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying Trae Young is not tough because I think Trae Young is tough. You can't be 6 feet, 6'1", get beat up the way he gets beat up, coming in the paint and not be tough. But I think the way Jalen Brunson plays adds another level of toughness that spreads throughout the rest of that team. And I think it would be not only different, I just think the way they are, period, the way they are built and constructed and the way they show up on the court would be totally different if Trae Young was there on the court. It's not a bash on Trae Young. I just think that Jalen Brunson fits what the city of New York wants and what this team is about now. I think other players have taken a step back, even Cat in these playoffs have taken a step back to let Brunson continue to be that guy. I don't know if those players do that for a trade. That's just my thoughts. That's not a knock on trade. It's just a difference in play between him and Brunson. I think that the Knicks would be better off with Brunson than with Trae with the way their team is constructed.
Man, that was a very good, well put together take. I kind of like twisted my arm, but I still think Trae Young will be better because I think Trae Young is just more talented than Jalen Brunson. That's my opinion.
Okay, talented how? Is he a better three-point shooter than Jalen Brunson?
He's a better passer, distributor. He's able to distribute the ball better. He's just as clutch as Jalen Brunson, as we've seen before. He's just shorter. Not by much. I think the defense, they play about the same type of defense.
So all you said was passing. Jalen Brunson is
hold on, you can't discount that.
You said, okay, but listen. Okay, you brought up passing.
He sees the floor better than Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson shoots a better field goal percentage than Trae Young.
Okay.
He shoots a better three-point percentage than
Trae. Not by far.
Definitely, bro. It's a big difference between 38 and 35 and under.
But I also think that Trae will have better numbers when he has a better team around him also.
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think so because
He has to take less chances though.
I don't. That's the way he plays. That's the way Trae plays.
We've only seen it one way though.
That's the way Trae plays. Trae plays the way he plays.
You're right.
Yeah, he been in the league. We can only go off of what we've seen. Like we can talk about what may. Let's just go off of what we've seen. And what we've seen, Trae is always in the top three when he plays the whole season. He's in the top three of most turnovers. Like he averaging 6 turnovers a game. Brunson is not. I don't have it in front of me exactly what Brunson averages a game with turnovers, but I think it's probably about like 3 to 4 less turnovers, at least 3 less turnovers per game.
A lot more though, because he don't have a cat, because he don't have other players.
I disagree with that. The ball is in Brunson's hand just as much, Doug. 100%. It's in Brunson's hand just as much as it's in Trae Young's hand. Just as much.
I would love to see how Trae Young would do with the team. He never had one. If the team that Brunson has, I mean, you saw what he did when he got us to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We got to the Eastern Conference Final. We did.
And you saw him making clutch shots. King Dez 96 says Brunson is better than Trae and makes way more bigger shots in the clutch. I disagree.
Man, I agree 100%.
I disagree because Trae was making the clutch shots. And matter of fact, he beat the Knicks a couple times with the clutch shots. Bro, please be quiet, Aaron.
Don't do him like that. He
has
threw
nothing
in what
to do with what we're talking about.
He threw in what Brunson averaged. But look, I'm going to say this.
How many does Trae average?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Can Jalen Brunson score the basketball more ways than Trae Young can?
Okay.
It's a simple yes or no.
I'm about to answer the question. No, they can score the same. But as of the past couple of years, with Trae not having a team and not making the playoffs, I'm gonna erase that. But when he was in his bag, when they was in the playoffs, Trae and Brunson was damn near the same clutch player as they are now.
You didn't. Okay.
If you say right,
different ways.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
the way you can score the basket, like so, Jalen Brunson can score from more areas on the court than Trae Young can. Trae Young is not coming all the way in the paint and
challenging. He's doing floaters.
He coming there. He's shooting the floater almost from the free throw line. No. Jalen Brunson will come in, body you up. Hold on. Have you ever seen Trae Young come in, body a forward up, and shoot the shot over? Have you ever seen Trae Young consistently?
Not as much as Brunson, but I've seen
That's because he can't do it.
He can
do it.
He cannot, bro. To the advantage of knowing the bigs can't move up under the basket like
Jalen Brunson get around them the same way.
Trae, look.
Jalen Brunson get around them the same way.
I'm gonna give you that he can get layups better than Trae. Okay.
No, it ain't layups. He can get to his shot more places on the floor.
I disagree.
Than Trae. Dog, it's been proven. All you gotta do is watch them play. When Trae Young comes in the paint. Now, how many times have you seen Trae come in the paint and it's a 6'8", 6'9" guard on him, and then he's stuck. He can't shoot the ball because they're about to slap it down. I've seen Jalen Brunson on multiple occasions put his shoulder into forwards and then step back and take the shot. I've seen it again and again and again. Dog.
Brunson has that over Trey. Cool.
Okay, and once again, that's one more way that he can get to a basket when you need a basket. That's one less way.
Aaron, that's
that
for
Trae
this year,
Young,
bro. That's not his career average. So please.
I didn't hear you say career average. My bad.
All right.
That's
5.7 is a career average.
That's one less way. Thank you, Aaron. That's one less way that Trae Young can score than Jalen Brunson.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you put Trey's year in the Eastern Conference Finals and you watch Jalen Brunson's year this year where he made the NBA Finals, which is a better extension than Trey, but he has a better team. But Trey was much more a big part of the reason why the Hawks were winning that year. Like, if he wouldn't have stepped on the referee's foot, they would have went to the finals. I know, but what I'm trying to say is Trey was clutch during that time. He was super duper clutch.
And that was in 2021. That was 5 years ago, my guy.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
That was 5 years ago.
And the Hawks did not improve the team since then.
So add 5 more years onto their careers. And look at the ascension for Brunson.
They did not add not a single thing to help the Hawks.
Let's speak about players.
And if you
in those 5 years, Brunson has surpassed Trae Young as a player.
Because they put better players around him.
I'm speaking about the player. Jalen Brunson has become a better player.
Yes, if you put better players around other players, of course they're going to get better. Trae Young has not had that, bro. That has not had that at all.
Bro, let me tell you something.
If he had that same opportunity, bro, we would be talking about Trae Young right now.
I'm an Atlanta fan, just like you, and I think Trae Young is a very good player. But I think Jalen Brunson is better. I think we've seen enough from Brunson to say that Brunson is a better player. He has more in his bag when it comes to being able to score. Dog, they put the ball in his hand. Brunson can come down in the paint and try to take a shot on a big man.
He didn't do it last night.
Trae Young, dog, he came in the paint plenty.
And turned around. And turned his ass around.
Okay, but it's times he got shots in the paint.
Yeah, when Wemby was out.
Like, listen, dog. Listen, I'm an Atlanta fan, but I'm not finna be blinded.
I'm not blinded.
Let me finish. Me personally, I'm not going to be blinded by my Atlanta fandom and be sitting here saying something that's not factual, that's not happening on the court. Jalen Brunson is a better overall player than Trae Young in 2026. He just is, and that's not taking anything away. That's not taking anything away from Trae Young.
Now the key word
Trae Young can still be a top point guard.
The key word you said is in 2026. And that's because Jalen Brunson has a better team. You got to elevate when you have better players around you. They have Cat. They have OG. That man has some players out there, man.
Bro, you just said when they were going to play the Hawks, they didn't have nobody. What are you talking about? You just said a month ago the Knicks didn't have anybody. Hold on, bro.
Okay.
You said out of your mouth
that
the Atlanta. No. I'm not stopping anything, bro.
Track.
No, I am on track.
Stay on track.
No, I am on track. And don't tell me when to stay on track. Let me do me, dog. What I'm saying
Why you getting mad?
I'm not getting mad. Trust me, I'm nowhere near mad. I'm nowhere near mad. Right. Just calm down, bro. Calm down. You getting sensitive. Like you know I talk loud. Yeah, because you stop being sensitive. But because now you think I'm mad and arguing at you, and you're taking this as an emotional way.
No, it's just
so. Listen, dog.
I can't even get my plane off.
Dog, I'm talking.
All right.
I'm talking. Can I get my point off? You said that they didn't have players. You're the same guy. Hold on. You can't say a month ago.
I was talking shit.
Okay.
But can I talk shit? Bro. I said it, yes. But at the end of the day, do I want Trae Young to have Cat Williams on his team? Hell yeah, I do.
I don't want him to have Cat Williams on his team. The hell Cat Williams finna do? Can't joke your way to a damn championship. The hell is this guy talking about?
I forgot his name, Cat.
Pimpin' and pimpin'. What are you gonna talk about? Y'all?
I give up, y'all.
Pimpin' since pimpin'. What are you gonna talk about?
I give up.
What are you gonna do?
You know what I meant.
I
meant Cat, man.
I don't.
I don't forgot the man's name.
I don't, man.
What's his name? Cat what? I forgot his name.
Hey, so listen, man. Kevin, is it Kevin Jan K with that 6,005? So So look, it's Playboy Trey. Like it just says Trey Boy Play because that's a play on my former rap name that Sean Paul from the Attic Crew from the Young Blood started calling me. Him and my partner Oddball in the Attic Crew, they started calling me Trey Boy Play. It was a thing amongst us friends. It was just a way for friends to say Playboy Trey. You know, everybody come up with a nickname or a spin on words, and so they would call me Trey Boy Play. So when Instagram took my Playboy Trey Instagram away, I don't know, dog. I woke up one day and it was gone. I was locked completely out of it.
What you was doing?
I wasn't doing anything. I think they saw who was on my friends list. They saw the searching you were doing, and they saw we had a Waterboyz Show account together, and they just instantly thought I was up to some foolishness.
How you gonna blame
and
me?
You asked me what I think happened.
No,
I'm telling
man.
you
What you
I
were doing?
think happened. I just told you what I think happened.
Playboy probably tried to get. They probably tried to shut out on her.
And they took my page, and so I just started back up as Trey Boy Play. So that's why. And that jersey, Playboy Trey, that was given to me and given to the team. Everybody had jersey with their name on it. Be Rich is by him. Those are official jerseys that we got. Show Be Rich right quick. Those are real official jerseys that the
Florida Marlins.
the Florida Marlins gave us. We went down for a show and performed in their stadium, and they gave us all official jerseys with our names on them. But we don't show the front, you know what I'm saying, because we Atlanta fans around here. But we are going to show the backs because I am proud that a real MLB team gave me a jersey. Now back to the game,
Back
man.
to Cat
Like some kind of way, we done went off into this Jalen Brunson and Trae Young thing, and some people going to take it as a knock on Trae Young, which is not. I respect Trae Young. I want to see Trae Young.
Like Trae Young.
I want to see. Okay, you can say whatever you want.
Trae Young on the left, and you just throwing him under the bus.
Okay.
I can't wait to see Trae.
All right, cool.
And he got Trae, and his name is Trae.
Yeah, okay, cool. You say whatever you want to make you feel good.
I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, I want to see Trae Young succeed next season. I want to see him have a good season. Of course, I don't want to see his team do better than the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to see Trae Young have a good season. I just still think at this point there are some point guards who came in the league with Trae, came in the league after Trae that have surpassed him. Hey, we had our guy Ja Morant ahead of Jalen Brunson at one time. I think everybody would have said that at this point I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Ja.
Hey, the only thing you said that really makes sense, man, was the leadership.
Okay, way to just ish on my thought. The only thing you said.
The only thing that I can agree with you is the leadership and how his teammates respond to him. I give him that.
That's huge, bro.
That is huge.
That's nothing
huge.
to be. And the man took less money, so they could get more help.
Tell that story. Tell that story.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just said it. Everybody, like most people know it.
All that make you a superstar.
Yeah, like that right there. I give it to Jalen Brunson.
And then let me say this too. Now, I think Trae could stand up to it because Trae went and played in New York and faced all that adversity and showed out. So what I'm about to say, I'm not saying Trae Young can't do this. I'm just giving Jalen Brunson some further props. So this is when I say this is not saying Trae Young couldn't do it. Hold on, let me say what I'm about to say. For Jalen Brunson to play in New York City for the New York Knicks, you know how tough that is? You know what you have to be night in and night out, season in and season out to go and play for the New York Knicks. You know the kind of press and dogging that he would be getting in New York. You know the kind of scrutiny that he has to face as the quote-unquote leader. You know what they would be saying about him with his father being part of the organization? Daddy's boy, if he was failing, why is he really here? Is he only here because of his dad? These are the narratives that would be out there about Brunson if he wasn't doing his thing, but he took the baton and ran all the way down the track with it. The man is balling, dog. And I just think at some point, like, I hate the Knicks because I can't stand their fans. And I really hate them because what Knicks fans were doing to Trae Young. But I got to give Brunson his credit, dog. Jalen Brunson is a hell of a basketball player for a second-round pick to turn himself into what he has turned himself in. I got to give that man credit, man, because ain't nobody give that man nothing.
That's real. They were doing that in the ball last night. Every time Jalen Brunson missed. But
and so
he pulled it off.
We talked about a couple years ago about Trae Young being better. I mean, who's better, Trae Young or Brunson? I think you was saying Brunson was better back then as well.
It was close. I still would let my fandom lead the way. I'm going to still take Trae.
All right, so
that's what I was saying a couple years ago.
Jalen Brunson, they have put a good team around him, and he's stepped up, and he's become a superstar. I will say he was a superstar. Back then, I said he wasn't a superstar. He's definitely become a superstar, and I can definitely say this year, has been hitting some clutch plays in the final minutes of the games. Like last night, proving he came in with. I know I was talking shit and said that he didn't hit nothing with Wemby in the game. Wemby was in the game. He like he did was gonna do a mid jumper. Came in, scooped, dipsy doodled, and made a layup. I was like, wow, Jalen Brunson can play.
And look, and to me, it really doesn't matter what Trae Young does next year. My thoughts are not going to change. Just looking at the way they play, I think Brunson has surpassed him, and that's not a knock on Trae Young. I still think Trae Young is a top 10 point guard in the NBA, and that's a hell of a thing to be. That's a hell of a thing to be a top 10 point guard in the NBA. I think sometimes when we have these discussions, people take it as hate, but it's not. That's a hell of a thing to be, to even make it in the NBA at his size, but to be a top 10 point guard, that's still a hell of an accomplishment. No knock on Trae Young. I just think Brunson a little better. But look, let's dig into the game a little bit, and then we're going to move on to some Falcons talk.
So, do you think that New York Knicks fans are just louder by nature because of where they're from? Because last night, man, it was Spurs fans there and it was Knicks fans there. And by far, the Knicks fans was just way more louder and obnoxious than the Spurs fans. What is it with Knicks fans? Is it something about being in the city amongst each other, on top of each other, millions and millions of people? Why are they so much louder? I think you're from New York because you're loud too.
No, I'm damn proud to be where I'm from. I ain't from no damn New York.
So why you loud? Because most Atlantans ain't loud.
I'm loud because I got something to say. You know what I'm saying? And I think as many people out in the world that can hear my voice need to hear my voice. Okay. That's why I'm loud.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
What you trying to say, bro?
Hey, shout out to my partner Ken in the building. Ken the key maker, man. Hey, so look, let's get into some of the stats from the game. Right. The Knicks take game 1 in San Antonio against the Spurs. It was a hard-fought game, back and forth. The Knicks end up coming out on the end, go into a run. I think they went on like a 6-0 run or something like that near the end of the game in those last 2 minutes to go ahead and put them ahead to put the game out of reach. And then, of course, they had to do some foul OG Anunoby, things like that to put them on the line, and the lead got even higher. So what are your takeaways from games? Just game 1. Doesn't mean the series is over. Doesn't mean that the Spurs are done. I think this is going to be a hard-fought series. So what are your thoughts after watching game 1 of the Knicks and the Spurs?
The Knicks walked away. They stole game 1. The Spurs controlled the game up until the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. I thought the Spurs were playing like relaxed and calm, and the Knicks was just seemed like they was just, on go. And I thought that was gonna burn them out. Me and Doug talked about that, man. It seemed like the Knicks really trying hard, and the Spurs was flowing. Seemed like they came way at the end and stole the game away. One thing that was pretty interesting, hearing Wemby after the game, what he said. He's like, I learned from this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I want to see how he comes for the rest of the series. But, hey, man, it's something going on. Like I say, it's something magical about this New York Knicks season. Like the OG said at the Legends event that we went to, that Kyle Bowler invited us to, all the OGs, man, it was like, hey, the Knicks ain't out of it. Don't count them out. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to listen to your elders, man, and they played the game. They know the game of basketball. They're legends. You know what I'm saying? So, that goes for something. I have to listen to that. But on paper, and just by that man being 7'4" cheat code, I still think the Spurs can pull it out because they did lose the advantage. Well, they never did have the advantage. They did go to Game 7 and beat OKC in OKC to win, to go to the final, so they can pull it out in New York. New York right now, man, they just got that heart, man. I got to give it up to that. I still don't like the fans. I still hope that Wemby slaps the chopped cheese out the New York Knicks fans.
Oh, I want the Knicks to lose too.
Yeah, okay, but I give credit to the Knicks.
Wemby looked young last night. He showed his
yeah.
youth.
Yeah.
So let me ask this: Is this a case of youth versus, as Mario called it, the mids, meaning the mid-age team that they're facing? Is the youth bothering? Because neither team has championship experience to go off of, though.
Yes, I definitely think you're right. I definitely think that the youth is a disadvantage for the Spurs. I feel like if OKC would have made it to the finals, the New York Knicks wouldn't have had a chance. I feel like the San Antonio's youth, the moment is big, and they have to adjust. And hopefully the coaches and you know, Greg can come in and give them some motivation and calm them down, man. Because, like, you know, I mean, but to be honest, Trey, most of the game, the Spurs were calm. It was easy. The game was coming easy to them. It seemed like at the end, you know, the clutch moment, man, they folded. You know, like Wembanyama trying to come in, falling down, turning the ball over. Like, it just was some mistakes that I saw that's like, damn, you know, not getting defensive rebounds. You know, that's what lost them the game. I mean, and Brunson, man, like, you had to give him credit, bro. Like, that man hit that three. It was so clutch because I think they were up by 4. Maybe 4 points. And if he would have missed that shot, they would have got it. They probably would have won the game. He hit that three, it changed everything. So, you know, I think the moment, just the pressure of the moment, you know, Spurs gave into that. So youth, definitely. I think if OKC would have been in there, it'd have been a different story.
Well, you know, youth definitely plays a role when it comes to these NBA teams. Even though neither one of these teams has championship experience to go off of, still the Knicks, they have some older players that have been in the playoffs more, so they can go off their playoff season.
And they got a coach that season.
Yeah. Mike Brown, he been in the playoffs. Cat's been in the playoffs. Mikal Bridges, he's been to the finals. I got to look over the whole New York Knicks team, but I think I know he's one of the players that has been in the finals. I can't remember if Shamet has been on a finals team or not. I can't remember if he was down in Phoenix or not when Mikal Bridges was down there. I may be wrong on that. But neither team has a lot of playoff and championship experience to go off of, but with the Knicks having a little more, Brunson, Cat, OG. And I just think they're a tough team, man. I think the way they are constructed, I just think they have found a way to not quit. And I don't think the Spurs are going to quit either, but that youth just got the best of them the other night. So we get into the numbers, just talk real quick, and then we'll move on about some of the things. Jalen Brunson, 30 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 12 of 31. He had to put up 31 shots. Not his best field goal percentage night, but still finished with 30. Cat, 18 points, 12 rebounds. He had the game high as far as floor efficiency, had a rating of plus 14 when he was on the court. That's great for Cat.
You know, another thing I observed, Wemby shot horribly.
Yeah, I'm about to go through. Right. I'm about to go through some of the numbers. Right. Then we got OG for the Knicks, 17 points, 3 rebounds, but he went 3 of 6 from the 3-point line. I don't think unless you were watching the Knicks or unless you really be paying attention to NBA basketball, you used to pay attention to Toronto. I don't think people knew exactly how good OG Anunoby was. He was a late first-round pick, and I mean, like 23, something like that. And look at what he has developed into. Yeah. I don't think people understood the type of player he was. Now, Josh Hart, he only scored 3 points, but the man finished with 15 rebounds.
Josh Hart
finished with 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and he also had 4 steals. So you got to love that. Then on the San Antonio side, I'll just bring up 3 or 4 names. You got Wembanyama, 26 points, 12 rebounds, but he was held to 6 of 21, 28.5 shooting from the field. He did have 3 blocks, and he also logged, I want to say he got somewhere close to 6 turnovers last night, which is pretty tough. You can look it up to see if those turnover numbers are accurate. Then you got Stephon Castle, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, played pretty good. Then you got Champagne, 16 points, 10 rebounds, went 5 of 10 from 3-point. He was really getting hot. Then we got the Harper kid, who I'm calling it right now, dog. He's gonna be a star in the league. Like, it's gonna be Harper. It's gonna be Harper, Castle, and Wemby. And I'm not saying that run Harper. Yeah, he said he wanted to start. I mean, he was really good before he got hurt. But then
Harper was a star. He could dunk. He could play. He played with Jordan. Won a ring. And he was in a dunk contest. He was dope.
All right. We don't have to debate about run. Yeah. I don't want to turn it into that. But yeah, man. And so the way they played him, sending Mitchell Robinson out at Wemby. I think they kind of like stunned him a little bit, and that's probably some of the stuff he's saying he's going to learn for. Wemby's quote after the game, he said, "I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that." You know what I'm saying? Then the coach, Mitch Johnson, I got to give him credit. What he had to say about Wemby, he said, I would say that he definitely holds himself accountable. I expect he'll learn a lot of things from tonight's game and come out with a good approach in game 2. And then the last thing I read, man, it just showed the leadership with Jalen Brunson. They asked him, what about his game? How did he feel like he played? He said, and how do you feel about getting that win? He said, it means a lot, but I wouldn't be here without my teammates, the belief they had in me. They give me the confidence. They let me be me. Most importantly, we all believe in each other from top to bottom. It's an honor to play with them. I mean, dog, I can't stand the Knicks, but, bro, you got to love a player that speaks like that, man. So, game 2, Friday, still in San Antonio, of course. Who you think going to take it?
I mean, the Spurs got to take it. They got to. I think they're going to take it. They're at home again. Go back and read Castle's numbers right quick.
Okay, so just the 3 that I have in front of me, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I don't have the turnovers in front of me.
So, looking back in the draft where Castle came out, would you take Zachary Ricochet or Castle, man?
Come on, man. That's like asking me, dog, you remember when on Friday, right? You know the movie Friday, right?
Yeah, one of my favorite movies.
You remember when Craig asked Smokey, did he want some Kool-Aid?
Yes.
What Smokey say? You remember what he said? Man, you know damn right I want some Kool-Aid.
What you saying? He said, you know damn right you want some Castle.
I don't want some Castle, but I would rather have Castle on the team over, I don't know what you want, but I would rather have Castle on the team than I would Zachary Ricochet. Yes, I would.
I was watching the game last night, and I seen Castle, hit some big shots. He had a big 3, and I was like, damn, I think we messed up. And I felt like on the movie Minister Society, and they had him in the back. He's like, you done fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. You done fucked up. You said that Zachary Ricochet was the number 1 overall pick. I think we should have gotten Castle, man. Castle is a baller.
I mean, hey, it's been made now. Like the one thing I saw from Castle, like it's a lot of things, but the one thing I saw from Castle that I have yet to see from Zach, like SGA was on Castle, man. I love when you see players, they drop the shoulder, put the shoulder into the chest of a player, get that separation, and then get the shot, man. Like, I haven't seen that kind of toughness from Zachary Ricochet. And then one of the things that one of the NBA legends said at the Legends of Basketball, he said, why would you go and draft a kid who wasn't a volume shooter over in France and expect him to be a volume scorer over here in the NBA? And now I'm not saying Zach, hey, I don't know what Zach's going to turn out to be. I've been against Zach, so I'm not going to continue to crap and rain on your Zachary Ricochet parade.
That's my guy, man.
I hope that he grows.
He will.
But when you look at it, and then last I'll say this. Would they have developed Castle the same way? I don't know.
Great question.
Castle's
he would have got a chance to play.
Wemby.
He definitely would have got a chance to play.
I'm not saying Wemby makes him. I'm just saying.
They gave Zachary a chance to play. He's definitely been playing, so I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, look, Aaron. Let's go to a break. Then when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get into some of this Atlanta talk. We about to talk Drake London. Somebody got paid. Somebody got paid. They got paid. They got paid. And I know somebody in here is the number 1 hater of that payday, man. Let's go to a break, Aaron.
So you mean to tell me they having an Atlanta Falcon party here at the Blue Flame?
Yes, they having a Falcons party at the Blue Flame. What?
Hey, bro, they're not going to let you in. You got to have Falcons gear. That's why I brought me a Falcon hat.
Man, I ain't putting no Falcon nothing on, player. That's me. I'm Pittsburgh Steeler all day. Steeler Mike. That's what they call me.
Okay.
That's what you know me for.
Okay.
ATL all day.
Okay, well, let's see if you get in. Come on.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where you going, player?
I'm going in the party.
What you got going on? No,
Hey.
It's the Falcons party.
But I'm Steeler Mike. I'm wrong with the Waterboyz.
I don't know nothing about
What
it.
you gonna do?
I told you. That's why I brought my Falcon and she let me in.
What you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do? Rise up, baby, rise up. In the Blue Flame, chilling with my boys with the Falcons, baby. Yeah, Falcon tailgate in the Flame, baby. Yeah. Rise up. Rise up. Tell them Tokyo Show, Tokyo. Rise up.
Oh, boy.
That's a tailgate.
I told you.
I know the Falcons. You
I
told
told you, boy.
You told me.
I told you, boy. Hey, look, check this out. So, you rocking with the Falcons now?
Tokyo gonna be playing with the Falcons?
No.
Falcons. Go Steelers!
ready to come back in?
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, and we are back. Look, let's go to some comments right quick. Look, like, right there where it said Dre Low ATL. It's like the third one close to the bottom. Yeah, put that up right quick. Dre Low ATL. This is a good question because it does seem like this. I wonder if other cities feel like this about their teams. He said, why does every team the Hawks or Falcons lose to in the playoffs end up in the Super Bowl or NBA Finals? This happens every time.
Well, I definitely been saying that for years. I said the Falcons always beat the Super Bowl winners or have a good game against them. I always say that.
Yeah, well, he's saying the team that put us out in the playoffs, why do they always go on to either make the finals
that's true.
Or the Super Bowl?
That's true.
I mean, I will say
like
this.
that.
For Matt Ryan, for all the flack that Matt Ryan gets for what he has and has not won in the playoffs, a lot of the teams that he lost to in the playoffs, they went on to win the Super Bowl. Like, he lost to the Cardinals his very first year. They went to the Super Bowl and lost on the last second pass from Ben Roethlisberger to Santonio Holmes.
Oh, it wasn't Plaxico.
No. Plaxico wasn't on that team.
Okay, gotcha.
He had gone to New York by then.
Okay.
Went to San Antonio Holmes. Then he turns around in 2010, loses to Green Bay. Green Bay goes on to win the Super Bowl. The very next year, we lose to the Giants. They go on to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
We lose the next year. Of course, we was in the NFC Championship game, so whoever we lost to that year, they couldn't help but go to the Super Bowl. And they came down and had a chance to win the game on the 10-yard line with a few seconds left. And then it continued on, man. We lost to the Eagles in 2017. Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl. You know, so it does seem to happen. That's kind of crazy, though.
That is.
Kind of crazy, man. Let's see what old King did. That one right there.
I never
Aaron.
knew that, Trey.
Right above it, that one. He said, we need to find a trade partner for Ricochet. Don't see the hype we drafted. He said, can't have a number one pick on the bench in the playoffs. That's insanity.
I agree. 100%. In Harper, any rookie this year?
100%.
Contributing like an MF.
Yeah, then let's go up a little bit. Earlier, Dre Low had said, let's read King Dez first, then we'll read Dre Low. Go up two.
Take.
Right there. Where it said hot take. No, not that one. The one below it. Right there. He said, hot take. What if the Knicks sweep Spurs to end playoff damn near undefeated?
And I mean, the Hawks would have been the only one to beat them in the playoffs.
Man, I'll say this, man. If they, I don't think they're gonna sweep the Spurs. Spurs, like this is a championship team, ready to happen either now or next year or in the next 3 years. I see the Spurs winning the championship. So I don't think they're gonna sweep. But to answer Dez's question, to play along with the what if the Knicks were to sweep the Spurs, I will say this is one of the greatest playoff runs by an NBA team.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like the way they've been beating teams.
They beat the Spurs by 10 last night.
Yeah, man. And so Dre Low under that, he said, I can't see a sweep. I still like the Spurs to win it all, but we'll see for sure. Let's go up, see if some other people gave some shout outs. Let's shout them out right quick. And just say what's up. We got Grinder 15 say Brunson is all around way more consistent than Trey Young. King Dead said Brunson can finish on guards and big men. He said we don't call him big body Brunson for nothing. You know, then right under that, your Kathy said if he could do it, why hasn't he? Talking about Trey Young.
Because he ain't had the team to put around him.
Yeah, and then King Dead said we got to move on from the Trey Young era. TJ Martin said, what's poppin', fellas? What's up, my guy? And then we answered Kevin Jenkins' question about is it Playboy Trey or Trey Boy
Bro said
Play.
Cat Williams.
Yep, Playboy Trey from the Red Clay. You studied A, best believe that. Yep, that's one of my verses from that better. So right there, what does that say? Now my brother loud like that too. It's them real ATLians that can get loud. You know what I'm saying? Oh, then Mr. Hot Pocket said, Mr. Sound Club himself. I definitely be in Sounds Club. We definitely ran into each other in Sounds Club. 100%. Shout out my guy, man. Appreciate you showing love as always. Coming on the show in the comments.
So we lucky CJ got us those games too.
Yeah, man. So look, all right. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to see this. You might want to just tune in and be ready. Because you about to see somebody's head explode. But I don't know. Maybe he'll take a different stance now. He probably going to be cool now. The Atlanta Falcons reached a contract extension with none other than our Drake London, one of the top wide receivers in the league. The Atlanta Falcons signed Drake London to a 4-year, $141 million contract extension to stay with the Falcons. The contract includes $100 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed, and can reach up to $150 with performance incentives. So now that Drake London has been paid the $100 million, how do you feel about the Falcons giving him that kind of contract extension?
I mean, y'all know how I feel. I haven't seen a $100 million receiver on a team to go make it to the Super Bowl. As of yet, I've seen receivers that have gotten $100 million after they won the Super Bowl, but we shall see. I did hear some. I was listening to the radio and I heard somebody that was kind of a cap specialist saying that the breakdown of it is very good for the Falcons. The way they kind of like presented it out, kind of translate to 20 million a year, even though it seems like it's 30. It kind of the percentage, like how they say the receivers get 10% of the, whatever they say, it's in the favor of the Falcons and Drake. So it's a good deal for both. We shall see. So this sets up the table for Bijan Robinson to get his check. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm a Drake London fan. I think Drake London has the heart of a champion. Do I think he's the top 3 receiver in the league? No, I think there's other receivers out there that's better than Drake. So he got his check. He has to step it up. But I will say this about Drake London. He has definitely been on a team of bad quarterback play, and he's out there balling. Imagine if he had Aaron Rodgers or a great quarterback, that can get him the ball consistently. What would his numbers be? Probably be different. So the Falcons see something in him to where they justify him getting $100 million. Do I like it? I don't like it because of the numbers. Because if you look at the numbers, there are not a lot of teams that make it to the Super Bowl with a $100 million receiver and win. Can we change that? I hope so. So that's where I stand on it.
Well, someone's about to be a $100 million receiver and a $100 million running back. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of money tied up in the offense. So I will say this. Hey, man, the GM, he came in, he said what he said. He said his philosophy is to draft, develop, retain. And they did that with Drake London. They drafted him, they developed him into who he is, and they retained him. I'm not mad at it. Of course, there's a lot more pressure that's going to be on Drake London now. Drake London is going to be looked to produce even more now. He's going to be looked to stay healthier than he had last season. Some of those knick-knack injuries is going to look to him to be on the field a little bit more. It's going to be a lot on him. But who knows? With the addition of some possible deep threats like Dotson and like our guy Zachariah Branch, maybe that'll open up even more plays in the middle for Drake to make even more plays, get more catches, you know what I'm saying? Run after the catch a little bit more because Drake isn't a deep threat. Mm-hmm. So, hey, man, Drake got paid. Kudos to Drake London. Shout out to Ian Cunningham for being a man of his word. Next is going to be Bijan. We're going to see what we're going to have to do. And now we know for a fact one of these quarterbacks, preferably the one that's on the rookie deal, turn out to be the guy, and are they going to have to find one that's going to have to be on the cheap? Because when you start putting that much money into one side of the ball, you have to have cheap play from somewhere else, cheap quality play for cheaper from somewhere else. And if you can get somebody on a rookie deal, like that's the formula. If you can get a rookie quarterback to give you veteran level play and Pro Bowl level play, then you really own to something because you can distribute that money to different areas and it doesn't hurt your team as much. So hopefully they find the signal caller that's going to be able to help Drake cash in on all those opportunities and keep people off his back for that $100 million. But shout out to Drake London for a year, 141. We knew it was coming. We knew he was going to get paid. I actually thought Bijan was going to get paid first, but shout out to Drake London, man.
Yeah, I told you Drake would get paid first because he's been on the team longer. It's just fair to the players, and like I said, it sends a message to the current Falcon players. When they did the Chris Lindstrom deal and they paid him, they let everybody know, hey man, we taking care of our own, and they did that with Drake. And I know as a Falcon player, that has to make you feel good. So they took care of him, man. I think Drake London, like I told you last year, I think me and you was debating. I said I think he's the top 5 receiver. I don't know. That was you. We was at the cigar bar that time. Me, you, and
Spencer Neal.
Spencer Neal. We was talking about that. So I've always felt like he's a top 5 receiver, and I was basing off the numbers and the touchdowns that he had. And how do you feel now?
I still don't think. I don't think Drake's top 5 still just yet. I think he's top 10. I wouldn't put him top 5. I had to go through. Of course, I put Chase and Jefferson first. You look at what our guy up in Seattle has done.
Jimbo,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Jigba, you look at what he's done. Then I have to look at what some of the others, like some of the names escaping me right at this moment. But, I mean, he's right there. I mean, he's right there. I would have to go through all the wide receivers. I just can't recall all the wide receivers right now. But there's some really good wide receivers. Hell, there's some really good wide receivers in our damn division right now, man. The boy that out of Ohio State, the other kid out of Ohio State, because in Jigba, he from Ohio State, but the one the Bucks just brought in last year.
He was good.
Like, he made it to where they could walk away from Mike Evans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's some really good wide receivers out there. But Drake, still a really good player. 2024 was his best season. Started all 17 games, 100 passes for 1,271 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's awesome. And last year, he had a PCL knee sprain. Of course, we saw him miss 5 games. But still with that, he put up 6 to 8 catches, 919 yards, 17 touchdowns in 12 games. So imagine if he played 5 more, what those numbers would be. He probably would be right on pace, or if not, done better than what he did in 2024. So he's continuing to get better year in and year out. You know, so I think the only reason, and for those who probably going to be mad and want to argue about me saying I don't know if Drake is top 5 right now, is just the deep threat. It's just being also that deep threat. But like I said before, I look at him as one of those wide receivers that he may not be the big deep threat, but he tough, make the tough catches, can body people up. He's going to make the catch, cross the middle, run after the catch. Anquan Bolden, like Marquise Colston for the Saints.
It reminds me of Mike Evans a little bit.
Nah.
He got a little Mike Evans in it to me.
Nah.
His size, catching ability.
I think they both just light skinned.
Nah,
and
man.
they about the same size.
They
Mike,
got a very similar game. I heard it from other analysts. I agree with them.
Mike Evans has always been a deep threat. Always.
Okay, that's maybe the only
has
thing.
Has Drake
you
been
can
a deep threat?
I mean, not much as Mike Evans.
Okay, well,
but he has caught some deep balls.
How many deep touchdowns have you seen, Drake? And I'm just not
he
knocking.
Said deep touchdowns. That's a difference.
That's where the quarterback play.
No. They're coming to the route running because I mean,
man,
bro, Mike Evans ain't have a whole bunch of great quarterbacks until Tom Brady came. Come on, let's break it down, dog. He was in Tampa Bay. We know who they had.
I'm not finna get into
No. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking reality, bro. I'm speaking reality.
A lot of people compare Drake London to Mike Evans.
Dog, not NFL analysts.
Yes, they do.
Who?
Man,
Who
I
said
can't
it?
tell you right off
I've
hand.
never heard it.
Okay.
I've never heard it.
Well,
I've never heard him be compared to
I have.
Mike Evans. Okay, well, that's cool. I disagree because Mike Evans is a deep threat.
Okay.
Like he was in college.
Okay.
Drake London was not a deep threat in college. Mike Evans was in college. I think Mike Evans got your boy Johnny Manziel drafted where he got drafted because Mike Evans was running past people game in and game out, and then he's done it in the NFL. I just think Mike Evans, and we can't just poo-poo, okay, he's more of a deep threat. He's a lot more of a deep threat. I think when you look at the size, you look at their skin color, and you think that you compare them to each other. I really do think that's what it is. But when I look at the way they play, I compare Drake London more to a Marquise Colston. And looking at the size, what he did for the Saints, or Mike Williams for the Saints, like somebody who can be a volume catcher. You can't stop him in the middle. You can't stop him in the red zone, but he's not going to beat you for a lot of 40, 50-yard, 60-yard touchdowns. That's how I look at it. And I think both of those receivers, Marquise Colston, Mike Williams, and Anquan Bolden, were all top and really good wide receivers.
All right. We're 49 minutes in, man. Everybody take the time to share the live, comment on the live, like the live. What that does, man, it gives us algorithm favor, man. So give us the algorithm favor and like right now, comment and subscribe. Follow, do whatever you can. Support us, man. It's called free digital currency, as Trey said in the beginning of the show. Share the live right now. Let's get this thing on and popping. All right, Mike Evans, Drake London. I think they're similar, and the reason I think they're similar is body type and able to catch and produce third down to first downs. So like when the game's on the line, it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 10. You know, they make those tough catches. That's what I'm saying. Deep threat.
Okay, all right, I give you that.
All right, cool.
He got the same speed too.
I give you that.
So I don't know. I think it's quarterback play.
No, speed don't have nothing to do with route running. And when you look at you just look at, I mean, so who was Mike Evans playing with that was so great down in Tampa all those years except for Tom Brady?
Who was there before Tom Brady? I don't know.
Yeah, Jameis.
Jameis Winston. But he didn't play that long.
Jameis know how to throw the long ball.
But he was getting
I mean,
like he had to be doing good because he was getting 1,000 yards every year. Somebody was getting on the ball.
Dog, but I'm saying that's how good he is.
Okay, I agree.
He's not even good. He's great.
And that's what Drake London's been doing. But poor quarterback play, he's been putting on
nobody
numbers.
said he didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody said he didn't. But what I'm saying is y'all said it like Mike Evans was catching passes deep down the field because that is what was said.
Oh, okay. Well,
he was catching passes deep down the field because of the quarterback, and I disagree with that.
I think Jameis. Well, I don't know. Let me shut up.
Bro, Mike Evans was running past people in college. Like, he's been doing this before he even hit the NFL. Like, I'm a huge Mike Evans fan. That's a future Hall of Famer.
I want to say this.
Scroll down, we see some of those comments at the bottom here, so we can see what's coming in right now.
I want to say this. It says that payday makes Penix Jr. my guy even more. Drake remind me of Roddy White a little bit on 3rd down. He gonna get open. I can say that. He does remind you of a light-skinned Roddy White. What you think?
Where it say Roddy White at?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
9 gorgeous.
Hey, man, dog, look, you talking about my favorite Falcon receiver ever. Yeah. So, hey, boy, I'd take Roddy White any given day. I love Drake London, dog. It's not a knock on Drake London. That's why sometimes I don't even know why I had those discussions, because it's gonna not anybody that's in the chat now, but it's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna say it. Somebody said I think Drake is more comparable to Mohamed Sanu than Mike Evans.
I don't agree. I think they both can catch the ball, but I think Drake is a more volume producer than receiver than Sanu.
For sure, number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for everybody to say, somebody said we don't need so respect the guy. He said we don't need him for the deep ball. We need him to keep the sticks moving. And that look,
I agree.
And he does what he does. Like we great at him doing it. I'm just saying the comparison between the two. Yeah. But I will say this: you need every receiver to be able to go deep down the field and keep the defense if you can.
I think you can go deep down the field because I've seen them like you, and you made a key point. You've definitely seen them catch some deep balls, except not score. You definitely seen him go down, make a tremendous one-handed catch over 20, 30 yards, man. I've seen that a lot of times from Drake London.
Yeah, man. I mean, Drake is an awesome player. You know what I'm saying? So, kudos to Drake. I'm glad that he was able to get some worked out here in Atlanta. Ian Cunningham said draft, develop, retain.
Do you think?
So let's see how it goes.
Do you think that's the writing on the wall that Kyle Pitts won't be here anymore?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, you saying because of the contract?
Yes.
I mean,
we got to pay Bajan.
It's gonna be kind of hard to put all that money on one side of the ball and all in skill positions. That's gonna be kind of tough to have big contracts tied up into a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be tough, man, because now you 100% got to figure out that quarterback situation. And I love Mike Penix, but the Falcons have to be comfortable with and love who they're putting behind center. So speaking of Kyle Pitts, I'm glad that you brought old Kyle Pitts up. So it's been some talk about some of the things that Kyle Pitts may do, how he may look in this new offense. And so I want to read you some of the things that Kevin Stefanski has said, not really alluding to what he's going to have Kyle Pitts doing, but just how things are going, how he views Kyle Pitts right now. He said, a guy that is here working like crazy, takes coaching. The physical set is obvious when Kyle's on the field with how big he is and how he moves, but I've been impressed with what we're asking him to do. A couple new things for him. Pay attention to that. A couple of new things for him. As your players continue on in their career, you want to find out more. What else is in there and what else can we do? And what can we help you with? So I think Kyle's been outstanding in that regard of trying to continue to get better in so many areas. And Kyle to that said, I would say adding more tools to my toolbox, letting me do a couple more things in terms of route running schematically, being an asset in this offense. Now, I'm not saying you're a fortune teller. I'm not saying you're able to read minds or read between the lines. But your take on some of the things that you heard here, what do you think they're talking about as far as things that he's improving at, or they're asking him to do a lot more of, and ways they're trying to give him more things on his plate, route running and schematic?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because Be Rich be knowing. You know, Be Rich be knowing a lot, and I'm about to know what Kyle Pitts about to do this year. So the last time Kyle Pitts made the Pro Bowl was with Matt Ryan at the helm of the offense. And Kyle Pitts, you know, had a great year, 1,000+ yards, you know, great rookie season. I don't know if he ended up getting Rookie of the Year. I don't think so, but, you know, he had a great year, made the Pro Bowl. Matt Ryan's back in town. Matt Ryan can definitely give pointers to, hey, man, this is what I saw in Kyle. This is what he does good. This is what he does great. This is what he can do better. I think that they're adding key things like I say, I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but I always say, you know, line Kyle by the tackle. You know, line him up, start him there, create a mismatch, because he's faster than every linebacker in the NFL damn near about. You know what I'm saying? I do like the fact that his strengths are being lined out wide and can produce. But I think that, you know, doing more between the tackles will bring out some more in him. That's got to be talking about, because he's always been outside the line. So they're probably going to add some more of that. Maybe more screens for him. I don't know how he did in the screen set. Did we get him a lot of screens? I don't remember seeing Kyle doing a lot of screens. But we know one thing. Kevin Stefanski is a tight ends coach. That's where he started off. So we know that Kevin's going to draw up some creative things for Kyle Pitts to produce. And with the dink and dunk offense that he brings, like kind of like the West Coast offense that Bill Walsh started, I see Kyle doing great things. As we know, in mostly all Bill Walsh's offenses, the tight end always produce. So we shall see, man. I think Kyle Pitts gonna have a great year, and I think he's gonna command a lot of money. Come free agency, we may have to do the franchise tag on him again.
I would hope that they're working on his blocking.
I think that's probably one of the things.
I hope and pray. Because, like, Kyle really lacking on that line.
I think maybe he could, like, help out with the tackles and chips on the defensive ends, and then go. Yeah.
So I was seeing a thing from a guy with Sports Illustrated, something he was writing on Kyle Pitts. And he said Kyle Pitts has actually been a very good pass blocker. That he's been one of the better pass blocking tight ends. He struggles in run blocking, though. Okay. Yeah, that he struggles in run blocking. That it's almost a given when he's on the field that they not finna run the ball. That, you know, like that at least with
maybe that's what they got to improve
at least
on.
with the prior offense coordinators, we can't, you know, cast that same type of play and expectations onto this staff. But prior,
I can't remember who told us this, but they kind of said that Kyle Pitts kind of felt out of the loop in a sense. I think with Zach and Penix and Kyle, it was something going on to where it wasn't a cohesiveness. I think Kyle feels involved now, and he's like, I'm part of the team, and that goes a long way when you feel like, okay, I feel like this or that. I think he felt a lot of pressure the past couple of years to where he's like felt alienated. It's like the fans were getting on him, this, that, you know, he didn't feel, you know, like that. I think it's different now. It feels different.
Okay, man. Well, look, we gonna definitely see what happens, man. Shout out to Cal. I'm so ready. I ain't gonna lie, man. As much as I'm locked in and invested in this finals, I mean, I have no dog in the fight. To be honest, they both could lose for all I care. But I'm locked into it because I love sports. I love sports. I love basketball, football, baseball. I just love sports, right? But I'm so effing ready for football to come back, dog.
It's almost here.
I'm so ready, man. The only bad thing about football coming back, it just means summer is over. That's the only bad thing about football. I know summer and my kids being at the house all the time, it's over. It's time for them to go on back to school. That's the only drawback. But man, look, let's talk about something that doesn't have to do with Atlanta sports.
What's that?
Let's see if you heard about this. You heard about Nick Saban and his testimony to Congress on NIL.
Trying to save college football. What about it? Tell us about it.
So, he appeared before the Senate committee on commerce, science, and transportation. He was advocating for the Bipartisan and Protect College Sports Act. So him and a couple of people in the government trying to get this bills passed, and they trying to come up with national standards for the NIL deal, eliminate, state by state policies, have one straight policy on what you can do. He's talking about empowering other agencies, keeping everything free market value, putting some kind of cap in place so it can't be like the Wild Wild West, and then coaching restrictions is what they're talking about, instituting strict federal prohibitions, prevent athletic programs from hiring active head coaches away from rival institutions while a competitive season is underway. And what he said about college football, he said, if you had the biggest, baddest Ferrari that you could ever have and it was going 150 miles per hour toward the Grand Canyon, somebody needs to tap the brakes. He talked about how his first year when he was at Alabama in the NIL, the collective was $2.7 million. Next year it went up to $7 million. Next year, $10 million. He said he retired. The next year after that, it was $17 million. The next year after that, $24 million. And he says now you have schools that close to $40 million rosters. If you don't spend to win, you lose your fan base and you don't have any revenue. It's a race to the bottom. And he talks about how NFL agents and only commission 3 to 5%. But people who get money from the college athletes, some of them are paying 20%. So what do you think about just Nick Saban going in front of Congress and the Senate, period, to have a talk on college football? Because some people feel like it's a little bit hypocritical that now that the big dog don't have the stick anymore, that's why they're trying to regulate some of this money for the kids, and that's the bottom line of what it is. But what are your thoughts?
It sounds like MAGA, man. Make Alabama great again. It sounds like that's where you going at, man.
I'm actually proud of you. That was well thought out. It was timing, everything.
Nah, but man, I think it definitely needs to be some regulation in college football, especially, man, Ole Miss, man. Watching the coach in the middle of the year get picked up by LSU, and those kids, man, having to fend for themselves, and that's so unfair, man. If I was a football player, and you can come just pick my coach like that, I think that's important. We got to fix that, and it should be a cap on. It should be some regulation to some. You just told me something I didn't know. It's $2 million, $4 million, $10 million, $17 million, $40 million. Come on, man, that's getting crazy. So he's making sense, but he's putting it back. He wants to put the power back into the people that can really have the personalities to win these kids over. And Nick Saban, as we know, Kirby Smart, as we know, are the people that can really, they got the mouthpiece, they got the gift for gab where they can get these kids to sign. And now they're not using that; they're using these dollars. Hey man, hey Ken, I got this $10 million right here, man. Forget your hometown, man. Come. So I think he wants to fix that, man.
Man, so I'll say this. Look, when people could just pay to play under the table, nobody was saying anything.
Okay.
Nick Saban, he knew some folk were getting paid. Come on, bro.
Okay.
There's no way you were getting all the roster. All these colleges, man, we all know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's a problem for a lot of people because they can't, like you said, hey man, that was a really good one, man. They want to keep the big dogs. Now, there are some things that I do think need some regulation. I do think there needs to be some kind of contract in place where you can't just go and transfer 4 and 5 times. I don't think you should be able to transfer every single year. That's just my personal opinion. And if my son played, which he doesn't, But if my son played college ball, I wouldn't advise my son or be on board with my son wanting to transfer every year. Like at some point, dog, we're going to have to stick and make this ish work. You know what I'm saying? You gave some folks your commitment. At some point, we're going to have to make it work. I don't think that your freshman year you should be at this school. Then, okay, well, hey, somebody got a bigger check for me, so my sophomore year I'm going to this school. Okay, somebody else got a bigger check for me. I'm all with the kids getting paid, but I think that there does need to be some kind of regulation when it comes to the transfer. Make sure you get your money, but hey, you get paid, you got to lock in at least 2 years or something like that. Like we pay you, this a 2-year binding contract, and these coaches, and I'm going to say that because I don't think these coaches should be able to get away. These coaches should be held to the same standard. You can't just up and leave in the middle of a damn playoff run. That's just not right, dog. You cannot do that to these kids.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I think there has to be something like in the pros. We getting paid like the pros. Let them get their money, but you can't just up and tear the contract up. And it's up every single year.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be better for some of the kids because there are a lot of kids who what happens is there are some kids who are good enough that every year they probably can go somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of other kids that are getting told, hey, man, just go here, go do this, go do that. And then they left out in the cold. They go out in the transfer portal and they stuck there.
Yeah, so I want to say this. As men, as somebody that we respect, Kirby Smart, like, I don't like the fact that kids don't want to face the competition. Oh, I'm not starting? Okay, give me the transfer portal. You understand? Like, I want to see something, that's going to make our kids become men. You know what I mean? Our and women, you know what I'm saying, that are playing those sports. Don't cap out because you don't want to beat the competition. Oh, I'm not starting. Yeah, I'm transferring over here. I want to see that cut out. I want to see something to where, once you make your decision where you go, you at least got 2 years. Or like, I like the fact that they made the kids sit out a year if they want to transfer. They gave up a lot of people doing that type of stuff. They need to put something in there to where it's like that. They may need to put that back in.
Well, like just like some kind of contract between them and the school. Okay, you locked in for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that'll help some of the kids make better decisions. Everybody really got to sit down. Okay, is this the move we want to make? Because we can't just up and move next year. So let's make sure this is the place for us. Now, hey, there are some situations where you end up somewhere and it wasn't everything they said it was going to be. And people done lied to you. They said they were going to do this, said they were going to do that. Your child gets there and they get treated differently. So in those cases, I want those young men and women to be able to get out of those situations. But I do think after you make your first one, I do think, okay, you sign with a school. You make your first transfer. I think after that, you need to be locked in to a certain amount of time. That way, everybody has to make the best and smartest decisions for them. I don't think it should be every single year. I'm going to go here next year. Freshman year, I'm here. Sophomore, I'm here. Junior, I'm here. And then either I'm at the NFL, I'm going to finish here. And I also don't think, and I know a lot of this happened for the COVID year, and we were beneficiaries of having an old player behind center, but I don't think we need to have 27, 28-year-olds out there playing college sport. Now, I may be exaggerating some of the ages.
You ain't exaggerating.
But I don't think we should have 26-year-olds playing against 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's just my moving forward.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
I think the pandemic kind of messed things up.
Yeah, of course. That gave people the room to do that, and so I think now that that's done, they need to reel that back in.
Yeah, I think the Ole Miss quarterback, Chambliss, whatever his name is, he definitely should have had made going to the draft.
Yeah, man. Look, we almost close to getting up out of here, man. We've been going for a minute. I do want to talk about our Atlanta Dream. They're in the Commissioner's Cup. Man,
they beat Griner last night.
Look, they had a win. They had a dominant 91-75 blowout victory against the Connecticut Sun. And as they were beating them in the arena, dog, they started playing those saxophones. The saxophones that was at like in Boys in the Hood when
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when they were playing.
Trey was on.
Yeah, when
Hey, Doe.
That and when him and Ricky were walking, they started playing that. I thought that was classic, man. Shout out to the Atlanta Dream, Ryan, Renee Howard, man. She went 36 points, 8 3-pointers.
Hey, I saw somebody send me something on Brittany and Angel Reese, and Brittany was taking Angel Reese to town. But then Angel Reese came back and had a good game. What was her numbers?
I don't have Angel Reese's numbers pulled up right in front of me.
It's all good.
I just had the highlight on who was the top scorer for the team. Hold on 1 second. I will go and find that right now and see exactly what she ended with, man.
Well, while you doing that, man, I feel like our Falcons, man, I'm excited about this year. Like you said, I'm ready for some football. Like I said, I don't have no expectations. But, man, I want to see us make the playoffs, man. I ain't going to lie. All right, go ahead. What's the number?
So, first you talked about Brittany Griner. Mm-hmm. She played 29 minutes, 7 points, went 3 for 8. Of course, she's older right now. And Angel Reese, 29 minutes, 12 points, 4 for 9, 1 for 2 from 3, but 13 rebounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a chance to talk to some the WNBA greats, and they were saying really good things about Angel Reese.
Yeah, man, Alicia Gray, she put up 26 points, 9 for 17, 3 for 9 from 3, 7 rebounds. So, man, I think.
What's their record, Trey? Do you see that offhand?
Yeah, they're 6-2.
Only lost 2 games. Okay.
Yep. The Atlanta Dream are 6-2, and their next game is tonight.
Where?
They play the Indiana Fever in the Commissioner's Cup, 7 o'clock on Prime
Atlanta?
Video. Nope, they play in Indiana.
Okay.
Yep, they play in Indiana, man. And well, we don't have to get into any Caitlin Clark stuff, man. But look, shout out to the Dream. I think you and I, we need to talk about the Dream a little more. So we'll keep that going. And last but not least, certainly not least, the Atlanta Braves, another series win, beat the Blue Jays 6-4 last night to take the series win. Boy, Ronald Acuna slapped one 448 feet, and then Ronaldo Lopez, man, he was magnificent. He went 6.5 strong innings, struck out 7 batters. So shout out to the Atlanta Braves continuing their winning way. You know what's crazy though? This is what's crazy. So you know what I do, the company I work for. You know we pick up the airlines and do stuff like that. I'm actually tonight going to pick up the flight attendants for the Blue Jays plane. I got to go pick them up, take them to a spot where they getting food for the plane, and then take them to the plane.
Make sure you have a bunch of tomahawk chops.
I wish I could wear a Braves hat.
Yeah, you can.
I wish I could wear a Braves hat. I picked up some Cubs flight attendants one night, and they were like, the Braves keep beating us. I said, look, we gave y'all Dansby Swanson. Calm down. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
Calm down. Y'all got Swanson.
Hey, shout out to Breezy 1500 says, I ordered more shirts for this year's season. Thank you. What she's talking about is, you see the Waterboyz shirt, you see the Blood Pressure Bird shirt that Trey have on. If you go to 285clothing.com, you can go there right now and get you some of these great merchandise that the Waterboyz Show is providing you guys. Let's go.
Man, look, pull up that comment, DMW Britain. Boy, I swear, boy. He said, it has gotten so that making the announcement to commit to a school is no longer necessary. Like when people send stuff and be like, boy, we got the such and such commit, I don't even care. Like that means absolutely nothing to me because more than likely he's not coming to the school, and if he does, he might be gone after the first year. Like you know how we used to share stuff. Oh boy, we got the such and such commit. I remember David sent me something. My nephew, shout out to my nephew David, man, love you, my guy. He sent me something, man. We got the number 1 running back in the nation. I'm telling you, man, he is gonna be the guy. We finally got the guy. We finally got another one of them great running backs. And he went to another school. He didn't even come to Georgia. So like I don't even be caring about that anymore. It means nothing to me until they're actually in on the field in a Georgia uniform. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care, man. And shout out to the Georgia Bulldog, the baseball team. They start the series against Mississippi State on tomorrow, on Friday. If you're hearing the audio, that'll be today against Mississippi State. Free Trey Phelps is suspended for that first game. Yeah. But we got a lot of people chiming in on that.
You know what? Free Trey. Free Trey.
You might want to back up from the mic a little bit next time you do that. You might want to back up from the mic a little bit next time you do that.
No, the reason I'm just saying the umpires, man, they just, I don't care. They have them in football.
But we talking about, okay.
All right, thank you. Got them in basketball.
You might want to back up from the.
I'm just saying the refs, man, the umps.
Yeah, you might want to back up from.
Hey, audio land. I'm sorry that I killed your ears.
Might want to back up from the mic a little bit. But look, man, we good. We good, everybody, man. We appreciate y'all. We hope y'all saw everything y'all wanted to see.
You can throw it, they used to slap you around, right? They used to slap your balls over the fence. I didn't even mean for that to come out like that. I swear, but it was funny.
Blow the whistle again.
Fire, where the flags at? Where the flags at? He didn't even brought the flags back out. Where the flags at, dog?
I got the flags.
I'm talking about, boy, you need a red flag, yellow flag, everywhere. Now, we can't throw that many flags out there. He might get happy.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, look,
Breezy, I swear to God,
look, he said, Dane be rich. I was holding the phone up to my ear when you blew the whistle. And then Breezy, she just laughed at what you just said.
My bad.
Yeah, but that was
Hey, man.
That was a hellified way to end the show. Yeah.
All right, man. Get us out of here, man.
We might need to talk about another topic so we don't end on that note.
Oh, crying.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but look, man. Hey, listen, man. We appreciate y'all. The Waterboyz Show. We represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, we got my partner, my brother, B Rich in the building. We got Stanley, Aaron, and of course, Doug is in the building. And then we got my partner, Ken, the
Country
key maker,
Ken.
man. Well, you know, we call him Ken, the key maker inside Georgia Dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is, man. We got my brother in the building, man. Shout out to Mario. Shout out to T. Terry. Shout out to Stiller Mike. Shout out to my boys, Christian Carter, man. Shout out to the entire fam, everybody that helps the Waterboyz Show come together. And shout out to all of y'all that stay watching,
thank you.
giving us the support. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. And on that note, the Waterboyz Show, we are out.
Kill the camera.